Yeah, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, good morning, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes,
Tell
sir,
me.
you're old. Yes,
Uh,
yes, sir, you're old. Yes.
Okay, we'll start.
Sir, I have one question.
Hmm. Please.
Yeah, if we use ADF and ADB, and we use both these for extract, transformation, and load. So,
Yes.
why we used these two different if the work of these both are same?
See, basically, you'll have some drawbacks. To overcome the drawback, we use this. Few things, in ADF also few things lacks. Hmm?
Is it automation in ADB?
There is nothing automated in ADB. There is nothing automated in ADB. You'll come to know very soon. Once we get into the subject, I can explain you in a better way. So how it is used, rather than me telling you, okay, in this at this juncture. Okay,
Okay.
wait for 2 to 3 days. You'll come to know once we get into the subject and start with the things. Okay, guys. Let us start, everyone. Actually, there was some power issues since today morning, as it was heavy rain. So yesterday, uh, there was some power issue, so could not join it. Okay, time here. Okay, okay, guys. So let us start with this. So now, guys, I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Then we'll start up. So already. So now, guys, Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks. Whereas, guys, the Azure Databricks is nothing but, as you know, it is a service. It is a service, guys. It is a service provided by, okay, it is a service provided by Microsoft. It is a service provided by Microsoft, okay, to perform or to carry out the process of, what is it, ETL. What is it? ETL stands for? Yes, guys, the ETL stands for what? Extraction, transformation, and loading.
Loading.
Yes, it stands for extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading here. So here we have the ETL. So I'm writing the full form of the same. So extraction, okay, guys, transformation, and loading. Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading. This is the abbreviation of ETL. Okay, guys. So the Azure Databricks is nothing but a service provided by Microsoft. So, guys, this is not a software. It is, what is that? It is a service provided by Microsoft to perform the job of ETL. That which stands for what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas this process of extraction, transformation, and loading requires the following. What is it, guys? Source. Guys, what is it requires? Source. So now, guys, the source. Source means what? Can you tell me, guys? Source means what? Source.
Target.
Yes. Source means what? Not target. Source means what? A place where you can get the data. That is called as a source. A place where you can get the data is called as what? Source. Now, guys, I'm using a word here. What is that? Source of income. I'm using a word called, all of you, I'm using a word called source of income. So what does it means? We all have a source of income, don't you think so, guys? Hello?
They're getting money.
Yeah, that is nothing but a place from where we get the, yes, a place from where we get the money is nothing but is referred as what is that? Source of income. Am I right, guys? A place from where we get the money is nothing but referred as what? Source of income. Everyone has a different source of income. Am I right, guys? Yes, am I right? Everyone
Yes,
has a
yes,
different source of
yes,
income. So from that
yes.
particular source, that is from the business, it can be from the job, or it can be from what is the agriculture income you can have. Okay, you can have what is that, various type of income. So that is nothing but a place or a source from where we get the money is referred as source of income. In the same way, guys, in the same way, here you have source means nothing but a source of data. Source of what is that? Data. Source of data. Yes, guys. So what does it means? It means a source of data. That means a place where you can find the data. So yes, guys, tell me now, what is the sources of data we can have it? We can have the source of data. Getting my point? We can have the source of data from the following. What is that? From the files. We can get the data from the files. And what type of files we can have it, guys? Any idea? Yes, guys. Yeah, so we can have what is it? Excel. We can have what is it? CSV. Then we can have what is it?
Yes, sir.
JSON. Yes,
Yes, sir.
guys. JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation File. Okay. Then we have what is that?
Park,
Uh,
Parquet.
Parquet file. Yes, very good. Parquet file. Okay. Parquet file. We can have what is it? Parquet file. And then we can have what is it? Avro file. Okay, guys. Then we can have Avro file, Parquet file. Else, we can also have the text files. Okay. Apart from this, what are the other? Okay, etc. XML file, guys. XML file. Then we can have what is it? HTML file. Okay. So etc. These are all. Can you see here, guys? These are all called as what? Files. So we can say the files is nothing but this is a source of. This is the source of, guys. This is the source of getting the data. Am I right, everyone? Yes, everyone is following now. Please, guys, interact.
Yes, sir.
So it's
Yes, sir.
okay. I always have
Sir.
an habit of interacting with the students and
Yes.
continue the class. So I
Yes.
want everyone to interact with me. Okay. So now, guys, so here we have what is that? These are the all sources of. These are all called as what? Sources of getting the data. Getting my point? Source of getting the data. Now, guys, apart from getting the data from the files, what is the other way to get the files? We can sorry, get the data. That is nothing but database. Very good. That is nothing but called as what? Database. So now, guys, what do you mean database? A place where data is recorded in the form of a table. That is in the form of what? Table. That is called as tabular format. Okay. Table means what, guys? In the form of what is that? Rows and, yes, ma, rows and columns. In the form of what? Rows and columns. Okay. So now, guys, rows and columns. The table is nothing but in the form of what? Rows and columns. Okay. Database is nothing but it is a place where information is recorded in the form of rows and columns. So what type of database or what are the products of database we can have, guys? We can have many products. So I'm using few. Oracle. Then we have what is it? SQL Server. Oracle SQL Server, Informix, DB2. Okay, so etc. These are all the that is nothing but the type of databases. Okay, so now these are nothing but the sources. Apart from this, we can also get the data from what is that? Live streaming data. Live streaming data. Okay, so we can also get the data from the live streaming, and we can get the data from the database, and also we can get the data from the files. So guys, these are called as what is it, guys? These are called as, yes, these are called as source of getting the data. Okay, source of getting the data. So what do you mean by source of getting
What
it?
is live stream?
Yes.
Sir, what is live streaming data?
So basically, live streaming data is something, you will have it. Uh, are you aware of this share market? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So data which continuously you receive it. Okay. Data is
Okay.
continuously we receive it. Okay. Data streaming basically, will be very continuous, and it will change it on an ample of seconds. So that is
Okay,
called as
sir.
a
Got
type
it.
of
Got it. Okay.
live streaming data. Okay. So anyways,
Okay,
I'll
sir.
explain you what is the live streaming data and what are the basic, things you'll have it in live streaming. How do you receive the live streaming data? Everything. Okay. I will explain you. Okay. Don't worry about
Yes,
it.
one question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, please, please.
yeah, okay. The thing is, you have said that sources of data, you're saying that files, right? Excel and CSV, JSON, and etc., right?
Mm,
So I think these are the types of files that we can get from the various sources, like what we can say, SAP sources, and these are the. I'm thinking that SAP sources and these are maybe called as the sources of data, right? Excel and CSV and JSON maybe are types of files that we can get from the various sources.
mm.
Is it right?
Obviously, no?
Yes.
Yes, obviously. Various source means, or suppose you have some banking data is there.
Yeah.
Banking data they may store in some Excel file and send it to you.
Okay.
If not, bank already has some database. They can provide you the access to get connected and use their database. Okay.
Okay.
So this kind of basically source is not fixed. Getting my point? Source is not fixed. We can get
Okay.
any kind of data from any place. So there is no fixed pattern in that source. Okay. So
Okay.
now, guys, this is nothing but the source of data. Whereas from the source, guys, from the source, what we do, or we can say on the source, what we do, we perform the extraction. We perform what is that, guys? Extraction. Now, guys, forget about the subject. Tell me now, extract. What do you mean extract? A meaning the word English word.
Getting,
Yeah,
receiving,
that's
receiving.
yes. It's not exactly receiving. Extract means what? Uh,
Taking out of something.
right. Very good. Very good. So it is not exactly the receiving. It is nothing but uh, getting it out. Okay, getting it out. So it will not be ready, but still we push in, isn't it or not? So that is called as an extraction. That is called as what? Extraction, or we can say force. Yeah, forcibly getting it. So hence, extraction is a process of getting the data. Extraction is a process of getting the data getting the data within the environment. So what environment you have it? I'm using the environment called, what is that? ADB. I'm using the environment called what is that? I'm using the environment called what? Or we can say Azure. Into the environment called, what is that, guys? Azure. Azure will be the environment, guys, and ADB will be the service here. So ADB will be the service. Getting my point? All of you. Azure will be the environment, guys. Azure will be the environment, and we get it into this Azure by using the service called, what is it, guys? By using the service called what? ADB. So now, guys, the ADB will start here. ADB. The ADB will start here. That means the ADB will be starting up here. That means it will come into the action or into the picture from this particular point. That is called as what? Extraction. Can you see here? The first part will start for the that is nothing but extraction. And once the data is extracted, what happens here? The data will be made available into the Azure. Into what is that, guys? The data will be made available into what is that? Azure. So once the data is made available into the Azure, from the data available onto the Azure, what we perform? We perform the transformation. What do you mean transformation? Guys, transformation is nothing but it is the actual process. Guys, transformation is nothing but it is the actual process where we perform that is nothing but data summarization, or where we perform the actual data summarization is nothing but called as what? Transformation. That means changing the format. Changing the format is called as what? Transformation. And once the transformation is completed, guys, what we do ultimately, once the transformation is completed, we load the transformed data. We load the transformed data into the target, which is called as what? Loading. Okay, loading in what? Loading into the destination. Destination or target is same, guys. Nothing else. Destination or the target is the same here. Okay, so now guys, here you will have the same. What is that? In the process of extraction and transformation and loading, the first process is nothing but called as what? Extraction. And this extraction will be done by what is that? From the part of extraction, can you see here? From the part of extraction till the part of the loading will be done by what is that? ADB. Will be done by what is that, guys? ADB. So now ADB carries out, or ADB we can say it will be involved from here till here. Am I right, guys? Everyone, please respond. Everyone, are you following or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're following,
Okay.
sir.
So now only one person. What about rest of you guys? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are following.
Following, sir. Following.
So now this is nothing but the process of extraction, transformation, and loading. Now, guys, before we move ahead, I want to give you some good example so that you people understand it in a very better way. Okay, guys. I'll give you some data in example, then you can understand it. Okay, guys, can you see here? I am using some data. Some data means what? Let us assume the data is there in the table. The data is there available in the table. All of you, the data is there available in the table, guys. The data is there available in the table. So now what is it I wanted here is this data is available in a table, and this data is concerned to a supermarket. Let us assume product ID, guys, all of you, product ID. So product ID is the product that is name of the column, and the second one is product name. And now the next one is, what is it? You have it, product ID is there, and next one is, what is it? Product name. So I'm using, what's it? Product ID, product name, and then you have, what is it? Product, guys, rate, product rate, and then we have, what's it? Product quantity sold. All of you following? Product ID, product name, product rate, product quantity sold, and what is it? I'm using DOS, that is date of sales. Guys, everyone, please respond. So am I clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now guys, here you have, what is that? Date of sales. So I'm using date of sales. Here you have it. Now guys, the product ID, I'm using something like this, something like this. Then afterwards, I'm using the name here. So name, I'm using it as what? Yes, guys, the name I'm using it as what? Something, okay. Okay, Tata Tea. Okay, so the next one is rate. So I'm using the rate here as 100. Okay, guys, the rate I'm using it as what? 100. Now, guys, the quantity sold. So I am using the 10. Okay, 10. That means 10 pieces. And the date of sale is, what is that you have it? Let us assume 28 slash, guys, 28 slash 09/2022. That means on this particular day, this many products sold here. Okay, now I'm using it something again like this. Okay, then we have, what is that? Matchbox. Okay, and then I'm having, let us assume here 50 rupees. Okay, 50 rupees, and quantity sold is 20. And now on which date it took place? The sale took place on 28/09/2022. And then I'm having something like this. soap, or we can say bathing soap. Or I'll use a shortcut. B soap means bathing soap. Okay, guys. And then we have, what is that? Let us assume 200. And now the quantity sold is, let us make it as, guys, 0.5. Quantity sold is 5. And now 28, 09, 2022. And now I'm entering one more row here, guys. And washing soap. So let us make it as washing soap as 50 rupees. And here make it as, what is that? 10. That's it. 10 pieces sold. 28, all of you. 09, 2022. This is the data. Whereas, guys, this is the data of 28. That is 09 following. Now, guys, I'm using it the same one. Okay. That means here you can take this one, but my main intention is to change the date here. 29, 29, 29, and 29. Got it, all of you? So let us assume here you have a data of a supermarket, guys. Now the supermarket authorities or the management of the supermarket want the following. What is that? They wanted to know, first query, guys, concentrate well. The entire logic is here only. Now they want to know the following. What is that? They wanted to know, first of all, guys, what is that? Net sales of 28, 09, 2022, first query. And they want, after that, difference, guys, put it in mute mode. Difference in sales. Yes, please put it in the safe, that is mute mode. Somebody. Suresh Yadav, just put yourself in mute mode. Okay. Okay, guys, can you see here? Difference in sales. What is the difference in sales? Difference in sales for 2 days. Okay, then afterwards, the third query is, guys, the third query is expected sales. Expected sales for, what is it? 30th, 09, 2022. Am I right, guys? These are the 3 queries you have to solve it. Now, these are the 3 queries you received it, guys. These are the 3 queries. These are the 3 queries, guys. These are the 3 queries, guys. These are the 3 queries. These are the 3 queries which you received it, from the client. Getting my point? And you have to work on this. Okay, guys, you have to work on this as a data engineer. Tell me now, how do you move further? Guys, as a data engineer, how do you move further as soon as you get it? First of all, all of you, tell me, you understood this point or not?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is the main part. That means, first of all, you have to provide your client with a net sales amount, and then he wants the difference in the sales amount for 2 days. For what is that? For 2 days. That means, what are the 2 days? 28 and 29. He wanted to know, and he want you to even give it a report that whether the sales has increased or decreased. Okay. And now after that, he wanted you to calculate an expected sales for 30th 9. So what is the date today, guys?
29.
29. So do you have 30th now?
Nope.
No. So that means if you want to calculate or find out the expected sales for 30th, so it will be what? It will be type of future calculation or not?
Yes.
So that kind of analysis is called as what? Predictive analysis. It is called as what? Yes, guys, predictive analysis. This is called as what?
Predictive analysis.
Very good. Predictive analysis. So whereas anything which is related to the future, it is called as what? Predictive analysis. And this predictive analysis will be done by the person called what? Data scientist. Will be done by the person called what, guys? Data scientist. Will be done by the person called what? Data scientist. It will be done by the data scientist. And now who can find out this above two queries? These two queries, that is net sales amount and the difference. This can be calculated or presented by a person called data analyst. Getting my point, all of you? Data analyst. And this is also will be done by the data analyst. Yes, guys, data analyst. Getting my point? So whereas the person called data analyst will perform these two queries, that means the net sales amount, he will present it, and difference also he will present it. Whereas, guys, the expected sales amount will be calculated, and the same is presented by what? Data scientist. Now, whether it is data scientist or the data analyst, do they require the data or not? Tell me, please, all of you.
Yes, we need a data. And now, so it
Now
will,
it is our responsibility to provide them the data. As what? As a data engineers. Now here our job starts. Data engineers.
Okay.
Data engineer. As a data engineer, our job starts here, guys. How does our job start? Now, guys. So first of all, you have a data. Now you have a data. Now, guys, to find out the net sales amount, do you require? See, what is that I'm doing? This is called as decision of extraction. We are doing it. I'm taking a decision before the data is extracted here. So, guys, tell me now, before you extract the data, can you see here? Before we extract the data, guys, first of all, we need to find out for my output, do we require the product ID is required, guys? Can anyone tell me?
No. Yes.
Not required. So do you require the name of the product?
No.
No, because you don't want to find out the net sales product wise, product ID wise. I don't want. I want what is the totally, what is the net sales of 28/9/2022. So now, guys, tell me, so we require the product rate is required or not?
yes.
Yeah, so I can say that the process of extraction is started here. So we require, what is that, guys? Extraction. All of you, extraction is started. And the extraction, once the extraction is started, guys, so we require to extract, guys, we require to extract the column. What is the column we require to extract it? First of all, that means we require to extract the column called what? Product rate. I'm writing a shortcut, guys. Shortcut, you can write the full name. Don't get confused, because the spaces will not be sufficient here further. So that's the reason I'm writing as a product rate. Do you require the product quantity sold, guys?
Yes, we require.
Yes. What about rest of you guys? Product quantity. Yes, guys. Product quantity
Yes, it is required.
sold. That's it. Do you require the date of sales or not?
Yes, we require.
Yes, we
Yeah.
need
So
it.
we require date of sales. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Now, guys, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, how many columns I have extracted here? Can you tell me, guys?
The 3 columns.
Only 3 columns. So that means picking up the required columns. Picking up the required columns is called as what? The process of what? Extraction. It is called as the process of, what is it, guys? Extraction. So picking up the required columns, out of the list of all the columns. From the list of what? All the columns is called as the process of what, guys? Extraction. So now once the extraction is done, now the process of transformation is required. Now, guys, what is a transformation I require? Tell me now. Transformation means what? Actually, this is the process where we summarize the data or we change the data according to the requirement. What is my requirement? My requirement is finding out the net sales amount. Finding out what is that? Net sales amount. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
Okay, my requirement is to find out the net sales amount. So for that, what is it we need to do? So here we have to move further in this way. That means to find out the net sales amount, I have to perform some that is called as what? Calculations. Some calculations. Getting my point? I require some calculation. So what is the calculation? Tell me now. Guys, what is the calculation? Product rate. What is the product rate? 100 rupees. And product sold, quantity sold is what? 10. So that means 100 into 10 means what? 100 into 10 means what?
1,000.
Yes, very good. So 100 into 10 is what? 1,000. Now tell me again. 50 into 20 means what, guys?
1,000.
This is also 1,000. Everyone is following or not? If you have some issue, please let me know, guys. If you're not following, I'll repeat it once again.
Yes, following.
Okay. So, guys, here you have it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1,000. And next one is also, what is it? You have it? 1,000. Okay, next one is also 1,000 here. And now tell me, what is the next thing you have it? 200 into 5 means what?
1,000.
This is also 1,000.
1,000.
Yes, very good. So here also you have 1,000. Now tell me, again, your 50 into 10 means what?
5.
500.
Very good.
Five-
Yes, very good. 500. So now, guys, tell me the total calculation. Now calculate it. That means sum it. So 3,500.
3,000.
3,500.
500.
Am I right, guys? 3,500. Now,
Yes,
guys,
sir.
the transformation is done. The data is ready. Now, what is it I have to do is prepare the data to load. And now in the preparation of data to load, do we require the product rate here? For calculation, till calculations, I require the product rate. Now I don't require the product rate, so leave it. Product quantity sold is required, guys. That is also not required for me right now because
Yes.
calculation already I've done. This is the process we do in transformation, guys. So that means I will create a table with a new columns. I will create a table with a new column. What is that new columns? I will create net sales. Can you see it? What's that? Net sales amount. Guys, the first is what I prepare it. I prepare a column with a name called net sales amount and I write this DOS. DOS stands for what? Date of sales. Now net sales, I'll write it here. Can you see here, guys? 3,500. And date of sales is what is it, guys? Tell me now. 28. Yes. 09 2022. Am I right, guys? Everyone? Yes. So
Yes,
that
sir.
means the 4 lines data I have made it into how many lines here, guys? 1 line. Now the entire
2.
data is changed. Oh, that is a column name. Now first one is the column name. Okay. First one is the column. That means I've created a new table and I've made it. Okay, guys. So now here you have it. Now, guys, another one. The next one. The same. This now tell me. Here you have the same, now. So the values will also be the same. So that means I can say 3,500 again. I'll calculate it here. The second one is the same data. Na? I've copied the same. Simply I've changed the date here. 29/09/2022. Now, guys, totally like this. So now ultimately this particular data, whatever we have it, I will be loading into the target. I'll be loading into the target. Getting my point? Loading into the target. This is nothing but my TRG. Target means TRG. Okay, guys. TRG is nothing but called as what? Target. All of you clear now? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
This is the process we have it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this entire process, I have written it here. Can you see here, guys? The same process I have written it here. Okay. So now, guys, just a minute. I'm just pulling that up. Can you see here, guys? All of you? Extraction. That means what is happening here? Extraction. That means pulling in. Their source of data extraction. So this is the type of extraction we have done it. Can you see here? This is nothing but the extraction. So the same thing I have done it, the extraction. Then afterward, what's the transformation? So I have done the transformation like this. See here, this is all is called as what? Transformation, guys. This all is called as what? Transformation. This entire thing. Can you see? This thing is called as what? Transformation, this part. And ultimately the transformation is done. The data is here. This data I'm going to load it into the destination. Now, guys, clear all of you? What is an extraction? What is a transformation? And what is a loading? Is everyone ready, guys? Yes, is
Yes,
everyone
sir.
clear with this?
Yes.
So this is how
Yes.
we perform the process of extraction, transformation. Yeah, please go ahead, ma.
This is Harika here.
Yeah, Harika, tell me.
In this extraction, I could see two columns if I am right. This P rate and PQS. You will be creating two columns for there.
Yes, two column. No, yeah, net sales amount and date of sales.
So
Date of
then
sales.
this
Date
is
of sales. Date of sales is already there, ma. Date of sales is already there, and the extraction only it is there. So I've just taken up here, and now only one column I have declared it new column. That is called as what? Net sales amount.
no. I got the point with this transformation, but we're coming to extraction. I am stuck. We'll be creating two columns with product rate and PQS is.
Out of the table has how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns I have it now. Out of the 5 columns, I'll be pulling in only 3 columns. Getting my point? I'll be pulling in what is it? 3 columns: product rate, product quantity sold, and date of sales. Because product ID I don't require, and the product name I don't require it.
Got it.
That's it. Okay. So
Yes.
now, guys, this is the thing we have it. Now, after this, let us already guys, already now, guys, already all of you, what are the sources of data we have it, and what is the extraction, what is it? Extraction, transformation, and loading. So I think everyone is clear with this concept, guys. Extraction, transformation, and loading. So, and this is nothing but the sources of data we have it. So now, guys, let us start with here. Okay, let us start with the next process. What is that? Let us see it here. Okay, let us see it here, all of you. Now, guys, as we know that, guys, these are the sources of data we can have it. Database or whatever it may be, we have it, the live streaming data, etc., etc. Okay, so now, guys, let us move further. So let us see what is a big data. Yes, guys, what is my big data? Yes, guys, what do you mean big data? Big data is nothing but the big data is actually, what is it? Huge data. The data which in the that is nothing but data, massive amount of data or huge data is referred as what is that? Big data. Getting my point? So now, guys, the big data is nothing but the massive amount of data. So that means we already know what are the sources. What are the sources of data? Tell me now, guys. The sources of data is what is that? We can get the data from what? Files. We can get the data from what is that? Databases. And we can get the data from what is that? Live streaming data, whatever you have it. So all this comes under what is that? Big data only. Getting my point? Big data only. That is, big means what? Huge. Data means what? Information. So we can say huge information or a very massive amount of information is called as what? Big data. Now, guys, this big data, okay, this big data can be are divided into 3 different categories here. What is the 3 categories here, guys? The first one is called, very good. It is called as what? Structured. It is called as what? Structured data. It is called as what? Semi-structured data, guys. It is called as what? Semi-structured data. Semi-structured data. And then again, we have what is that? Structured data, semi-structured data, and what is it? You have it? Unstructured data. Yes, what is that? Structured data, semi-structured data, and what is it? You have it? Unstructured data. So structured data means what, guys? The data, just now I showed you, guys. Just now I showed you this data. This is called as what? Can you see? This is called as what? Structured data. This type of data. That means the data which is already there in a type, in the form of what is that? Rows and columns. The data which is already there in the form of what is that? Rows and columns is called as what, guys? Structured data. It is called as what? Structured data. This data is called as what, guys? Structured data. This is nothing but the structured data. Okay, guys. So next one, after this, we have a semi-structured data. So what do you mean by semi-structured data, guys? Yes, all of you following or not? Please answer my question. Yes, what is semi-structured data, or what is that is what is a structured data, guys? Everyone know now? Structured data is nothing but a data which is recorded in the form of a rows and a columns is called as what? Structured data. Whereas what is my semi-structured data, guys? Semi-structured data is nothing but the data which is recorded, guys, the data which is recorded, all of you, the data which is recorded in the form of, what is that? Semi-structured. That means in the form of JSON files. Okay, JSON files, comma. Then we have the data recorded in what? HTML files, or we can say the data recorded in the XML files. All this is called as what? Semi-structured data. So I'll just give you one example for the JSON file. So yeah, the things will be clarified for you. Suppose I am writing the same thing. Can you see here, guys? PID, that means product ID. And then we have what's it? Product name, P name. And then we have what? Product rate, P rate. And then we have what's it? Okay, just 3 columns is enough for me. Now, guys, the same thing I want to write it in the JSON. How it will be written? The data in the JSON will be recorded, that is will be stored in the form of that is nothing but key value pair. This is called as a key value pair. Can you see here? So the data will be recorded like this. Can you see? If you want to record it, PID is equal, sorry, not exactly is equal to PID. You have hyphen, then you will have what is it? 433, comma, guys. Again, you will have what is that? Again, you will have that P name. What is it? You have it P name. That is product name. Then you'll have the colon. What is the value you have it, guys? Tell me now. Tata T. It's a Tata T. So just put it here. This also the data will be recorded in which manner here? In the form of what is that? In the quotes. Again, the comma. What is the next thing you have it? Tell me now. Yes, guys. What is the next value you have it? P rate. That is product rate. And here you will have a colon. What is the product rate, guys? Tell me now. It is 100. So now, guys, once you have entered the entire value, now the data will be closed. The braces will be closed. This is called as a key value pair. It is called as what? Key value pair or an item. So this kind of data is called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. So the data is recorded with the data which is recorded in the form of a JSON file, or else in the form of a HTML file, or else in the form of the XML file, is referred as or is called as, guys, is referred as or is called as, what is that, guys? Is referred as or is called as, what is that? It is referred as or called as what? Semi-structured data. Yes, guys, everyone is okay? Yes, please come out with your reply, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
now,
sir.
yeah. So now, guys, once this is done, now what is the next process? Next type of data you have to tell me now? Unstructured data. Unstructured data means what, guys? Unstructured data means what? The data which we see, yeah, the data which we see in our mobile phones, that is called as what? Photos. Okay, photos, guys, videos, photos.
PDF.
Okay, various type of voice recordings, etc. All this is called as what, guys? Unstructured data, which will not have any kind of a structure. Whereas across the globe, guys, across the globe, 80%, guys, what is that? 80% of the data you will get it in unstructured data only. 80% of the data you will get it, what is that? Unstructured data. That means out of the total big data, out of the total amount of big data, out of the total amount of big data, guys, out of the total amount of the big data, 80% of the data, guys, what is that? 80% of the data you will get it as, what is that? Unstructured data only. And out of only 20% only you will have, what is that? Semi-structured and structured data. Out of the, yes, guys, out of the that is nothing but the data, what is that you have it? Out of the only 20% you will have, what is it? Structured and semi-structured data. So this is nothing but the type of big data. Clear, all of you? Yes, guys? Yes, I want
Yes.
an answer.
Yes.
So now this is nothing but the type of big data. Now, guys, So we already know what are the sources of big data. Tell me now, what is the sources of big data? We can get the big data in the form of what? Files. We can get the big data in the form of what? Database tables. We can get the live streaming data. Guys, okay. But my question is, from where we get this big data? From where we get this big data? Yes, guys. From where we get this big data? Yes, we get the big data from the following tentative sources. So what is that sources? I'll write it here. Source of big data, all of you. Guys, what is that source of big data? Source of big data. So the first source is called as what? The first source is called as banking applications. The first source is called as what? Banking application. Okay, banking applications. The first source of getting the big data is what is that? Banking applications. The data which we get it from the banking applications. And what is it? You have it, social networking sites. Social networking sites. So what do you mean social networking sites? We all know now. What is it? Facebook. Huh? All of you, Facebook. Then we have what's it? Twitter. Okay, we have what's it? Twitter. Okay. Then we have what's that? We have one more, Instagram. Okay, then what is the another thing we have it? Etc. WhatsApp, etc. etc. So the data, yeah. The data which we get it, from the social networking sites. The data which we get it from the social networking sites is referred as the big data. The data which we get it from the banking applications is called as the big data. And third one, what is it? You have it, IoT sensors. Okay, so these are the sensors which measures the pressure. That is nothing but the pressure, gas, and wind speed, etc. These are all called as what? IoT sensors. Okay, so then we have what's that? The fourth one we have, apart from this, the IoT sensors, we have what is that? Human generated data. Human generated data. So what is my human generated data? The data which is generated by you and me. So generally the human generates the data in the form of what is that? Yes, guys, Excel files, database, etc. That is called as what? Human generated data. And apart from the human generated data, guys, we also have a data called what is it? Machine generated data. So what is my machine generated data? The data which is generated by a machine. That is nothing but, suppose you have the CT scan machine is there, your ECG machine is there. Okay, guys, CT scan machine, ECG machines, these are all the machines which generates a large amount of data. So whereas we can get the big data from the following, that means from the following major source, and from these sources, guys, from these sources we can get the data in what? We can get the data in the form of what? Files. We can get the data in the form of what is it, guys? Database. We can get the data in the form of what? Files, database. Else we can get the data in the form of what is that? Or it can be also be the live streaming data. It can also be what is it? Live streaming data. Okay, guys, clear all of you now? Yes, everyone. That means all. Yes, all. That means all. I have just put the arrow mark, means it's not only the banking applications. You can get the data from all these sources, either in the form of files, else in the form of a database, or it can be live streaming data, whatever we have it. Getting my point, everyone? Yes. So this is nothing but the type of data we can have, sources of big data. So guys, that's it about this thing. So any questions for me? You can go ahead now, please.
Yes, Samir, for files, Parquet and Avery. Okay. For hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for Parquet and Avery, can we give the dot Parquet and a dot Ivory? Then it is a Parquet file, Avery file, right? Or we can download any software for these files for saving.
Basically, the Parquet file or the Avro files or whatever we have it, for these are the inbuilt. You need not okay, basically create them. And these are not human readable files. These are only used to carry the data. These are only used to carry the data. But the lightweight files, most lightweight files are nothing but the Avro and Parquet files. Okay. So basically, this is the thing which we used to carry the data, but it's not at all human readable. That is the fact you'll have it in this.
Okay, that means we don't save any data
No,
dot extension file.
no, no.
Okay, where we use Parquet file, like just I want to know.
Whenever you want to carry the data from data lake to delta lake,
Okay. Okay, then we are using this kind of
then we
files.
use the Parquet file.
Every file also same, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Anyways,
Thanks.
apart from this, we even also will see how exactly these Avro files and Parquet files, what are the other uses of it, also we'll see it.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Okay.
thanks. Yeah,
So
thank you.
guys, this is nothing but the entire whatever the thing we have it. So from the next class, that is from tomorrow, we'll start up with the direct ADB. What are the functionalities of ADB? How does it works? All those things we'll just see. At the components of ADB, what are the things we require it? We'll see it from tomorrow onwards. Okay, guys. Clear, all of you?
Yeah,
So
sir, I have one more doubt, sir. Last question, sir. If I have a duplicate data in that product ID, suppose if you are transforming the same data, will it be filter and it will go, or it the same the data will be
you
going?
have to filter it first, then you have to take it.
Okay.
I have given you only one line. It does not mean that everything includes it. It means you have to do that as a data engineer. That is your job. How many, that is transformations is required. Whether you require to use the, okay, that is first of all the deletion of the duplication and changing the positions. All this is your job basically. You have to ready the data. You have to make the data ready, and then we have to send it to the data engineers. The data engineers, the data analyst or the data scientist. Simply, he will take and perform the job. That means behind the screen, we are the person who do the entire process. These person simply they'll report it. That's it. Okay.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah. Hi. Good morning. Tell me.
What are the topics we are going to cover in this course?
Topics means you mean to say the contents?
Yeah, content.
What are the contents mentioned there in this web page? You can go to the Durgasoft web page and find out this. We are that all we are going to cover it.
And do we are using any programming language?
Yes, of course, we are using the programming language. We will use the
Which
program
one?
Python, mostly the Python.
Okay. But I don't know Python. Uh,
If you
so,
don't know the Python, there are some basic classes. I'll take it up on Python also. So you can
okay.
just go ahead with that. So if that is not sufficient for you, you can take a separate this thing for Python.
Okay. Thank you.
The most,
Yeah,
the most
yes,
importantly, we use the Python and SQL language. That's the thing. I'll give you the basics of Python and SQL. Don't worry. Yeah, tell me, please, please.
yeah, Samir, we have write the code in ADB. Okay, right.
Yes.
But in ADF we can drag and drop, and some of the codes we can write in ADF. Okay. And the ADB, ADF both are development tools, right?
Yes, both are development tools.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, guys, thank you for attending. I'm just holding up the class here. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay, guys.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.